Hey guys, it's the TMI Queen. So I don't know why I decided to wear a black t-shirt today because this dog sheds so bad. And of course, like 90% of my t-shirts are black. So if y'all have any good suggestions for an eco-friendly type lint remover, please comment below. I have those ones with like the sticky pages on it and you just tear it off and then roll it, but I use those up so quick. So if there's a better way that you know of, please comment below. Anyhow, so I was tagged by Mary Fran from No Excuses in a Getting Back on Track tag, and I am here for it. Why? Because I'm currently getting back on track after a short hiatus. So here are my answers, and I am tagging a new viewer called Redhead Goes Healthy. I think that's the name. I'll link it below, but I've been watching a couple of her videos and I'm liking what I see so far, so I'd like to see, you know, what maybe she has to say. Number 1, why are you still on plan? Because I don't want to die. I'm trying to get my blood pressure under control, and that will be a lifelong struggle. And also, probably type 2 diabetes will be in my future if I don't get things on track, because pretty much everybody on my grandma's side has had it, so chances are it's going to be in my future too if I don't, you know, nip it in the bud right now. Number 2, is quarantine affecting your journey? Absolutely. I have been stress eating like a mother, and yeah, with everything so up in the air, I tend to kind of say, you know what, you deserve it. You've had a rough day. You should have that piece of cake. You should have that Oreo cookie. And yeah, that's what gets me into trouble every single time. I'm like, you know what? You've had a rough day. You deserve it. And I just need to direct my self-care in a more healthy, non-food way. Number 3, do you stress eat, and how do you control it? Well, I just said I stress ate, so I do stress eat. And how do I control it? Well, I'm learning new methods for controlling it, like treating myself with non-food items. I'm also learning about mindful eating, which is eating more slowly and kind of realizing your level of hunger while you're eating, and also intuitive eating, which is just eating when you're hungry throughout the day instead of eating when you think you should. And that's helped a lot more, especially with the binges, because now I'm just eating to survive, not to like spoil myself or because I think I should, you know, because I'm on a schedule. I don't know. And it seems to be working a little bit better for me, so I'm gonna just continue on, see how it goes. But it's definitely helping with the binge eating, which has been a major issue for me lately. What advice can I give to someone who is off plan? Just jump back in. Start where you are. Don't worry about what you did in the past. Don't worry about what you're gonna do in the future. Just worry about right now, this moment. Do what you can right now. You can sit there and try to feel guilty about everything you messed up on in the past, and it's not gonna take you anywhere. And you can sit there and worry about how you're gonna do better in the future, and might not do any good there either, you know. Just worry about what you're doing right now, and just take everything one step at a time, one meal at a time, one exercise at a time. How can your plan help someone that is off track? Well, my plan is more mental than the actual like what I eat and how much I move. It's about working out the things that are going on up here, because that's where 90% of our overeating stems from, is what's going on up here. And until you deal with that, the rest is going to have trouble falling into place. So I do things like cleaning my house, you know, getting organized, There's a book called Lose the Clutter, Lose the Weight by Peter Walsh, and it's very insightful. He said that a lot of people that as they start pulling their house together, all of a sudden they start losing weight. And it's because, you're taking care of things, you're organizing things, and it makes it easier for you to do the things that you want to do, like planning a healthy meal or finding time to exercise, because you're not bogged down with sifting through loads and loads of crap, which is why, I like cleaning and organizing, because it's less stuff that I have to worry about. Also, it's really good exercise. Also, it's very good for alleviating stress, which of course is the source of a lot of my binge eating. So yeah, I also try to make things as easy for myself as I can. So by creating routines and habits that make it so that I don't really have to think about what I'm eating. It just is automatic that I'm gonna grab this portion or have these types of foods. It just becomes second nature. I don't have to think about it. And, overthinking is a lot of my problem as well. I think that it has to be these wonderful, elaborate, gorgeous meals, and it doesn't have to. It can just be simple meat and vegetables. Done. Or it could just be just vegetables. Just keep it simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be fancy. I'm not Food Network. I'm just, a regular, everyday, housefrau. I don't need to have all fancy stuff. I mean, I can if I want to, but only because I want to, not because I think I should, because other people are doing it. They got the time and they got the energy to do it, by all means, have at it. But I don't need to do that. Also, taking care of myself as far as just making sure that I'm, relaxing with like music or a hobby or whatever that calms me. I won't have those stressful moments if I'm doing other things to get my mind off of stressful moments and doing it in a non-food way. What does your channel offer to those on a weight loss journey? My channel offers different perspectives on mental health because I know that mental health is the biggest reason why we gain weight. We can sit here and do all these cute little recipes and cute little exercises, but the fact of the matter is something's messed up here, and that's why we're eating too much. That's why we're not exercising enough. Until we deal with what's going on up here, none of that other stuff is ever going to matter. I mean, you can play around with it, but you're going to struggle and struggle and struggle until you deal with what's going on up here. And trust me, I got a lot going on up here, so, I got a lot to say where that is concerned. What do you want to say to subscribers that may be off track? First of all, you're not off track. You may have hit the pause button, but we got to stop this good food, evil food, good exercise, bad exercise, or I'm so terrible because I'm a loser because I should have done this, I should have done that. Get that negativity out of your head, because all that does is produce guilt. Guilt produces stress. Stress produces what? Overeating. So, I guess I would just say, just start right where you are. Start right where you are. Your next meal or the meal after, start there. Don't sit there and beat yourself up over something that you can't change. It's done. What's done is done. Move forward. Move on and move forward. You cannot sit here and wallow in the fact that you screwed up one meal. Okay, yeah, it sucks, it happens, yes. But you can't sit here and just constantly obsess about it. You got to just go, okay, I learned that next time I'm going to need to do blah, blah, blah. Use it as a learning tool. Use it as an experience that makes your next experience better. That's how we learn. It's not a failure. It's a learning curve. It's all a learning curve. We didn't learn these bad habits in a day. We won't unlearn them in a day. Any advice to offer for someone who feels that they're off track and can't come back? I think it's an excuse that we use so that we don't have to try. I felt that way for a really long time. I felt like, oh, there's no going back now. I've hit that limit and I've gone over it and I've done it more than once. So I guess I should just quit. And where did it get me? Nowhere. And I felt like crap and my health suffered. And I suffered unnecessarily. I would say watch a show like My 600-Pound Life. Watch a show like Hoarders, where you see someone that they look so far gone, but they do whatever they feel they need to do and start right where they are. And, you know, sure, it doesn't work out for a lot of the people on My 600-Pound Life, but think of how many years of terrible habits they've had to undo and mental issues that are clearly inhibiting them from, you know, doing what they need to do. And if you can see someone try to still, in spite of being, you know, 700-800 pounds or whatever on this show, and still trying, it's really inspirational. And know that it's not too late. You can start any time in your life. As long as you're still breathing and as long as you're still alive, it's not too late. No, the only time it's too late is when you're dead. So as long as you're still alive and you're still breathing, you can still do what you can while you can. Who knows what the results might be? You'll never know until you try. All right, so those are all my answers to getting back on track. Again, I am tagging Redhead Goes Healthy. Hopefully she'll see this and participate. I'm liking the content she has so far, so curious to see what her answers will be. Yes, this is now the next day. I just did my weigh-in, and the results are right now. Okay, we're doing our extreme close-up so that you don't see me naked. It's time to go do weigh-in Wednesday. I'm a little scared because of how I ate yesterday, but here's hoping. All right, moment of truth. $199.2. Okay, that's up a little bit, which is kind of what I expected after what I ate yesterday. So yeah, I did go up a couple pounds. I do know what I did wrong. Well, like I just got done saying, there's no wrong or right here. But I did really well up until the day before weigh-in, and then I didn't drink enough water. And it caused me to be very, very, very hungry. Also, I had a migraine, which for whatever reason does sometimes occasionally throw me into a binge as well. I don't know what the reasoning is behind it, but I actually did read an article about how it affects binge eating. So maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. But yeah, yesterday I had my Raisin Bran Crunch for breakfast, and then I had like chips and salsa for lunch, and then I had two chicken sandwiches. Like, they're homemade, but still, two. And then I had a couple Oreo cookies, but I mean, I have a couple Oreo cookies every day, so that's nothing new. But I had two chicken sandwiches. One would have been sufficient. So today I've done a lot better, but I've also been really, really active. I'll be curious to see what the scale says tomorrow after all the activity that I've done today. I have mowed 50% of my front yard. I still have quite a bit to go, and I haven't even started on my backyard, but hopefully that will kind of burn off some of the gain from today, and we'll be back on track in no time. But it's a little irritating because I had been doing really well, and then to have that happen, it was just kind of annoying. But anyhow, today is another day, so I'll do better and eat better today. That's the plan anyways. I've been drinking a lot more water because that's going to help curb my appetite. And I've just been focusing on eating a little bit healthier, and and not snacking so much. So I think I'll have a better result next week, but you know. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, a wonderful weigh-in, and I will talk to you later. Bye.